This video is on the SBA, and really, what is SBA? What is SBA really? Everybody talks about it. SBA loans, SBA this, SBA that, all the COVID-19 things they did for businesses. So anyway, different loans that they had. With SBA, SBA does not do any direct lending. They go through banks. Now, they did some during the COVID-19, I think it was the EIDL loans that were actually applied for directly through SBA through their website. So anyway, they don't do direct lending normally. They go through banks, and they actually do kind of a two types of loans. Their main loan is the 7A loan, and the 7A loan is a guarantee of a bank loan. So a bank makes a loan for, let's just simplicity, let's just say $100,000. SBA will guarantee between 75 and 90% of that. And the 90% depends, they've gone up to 90% several times, but a lot of times it's been 75% for larger loans and 85% for smaller loans. And that guarantee, if the business doesn't pay their loan, the bank can actually go and exercise that guarantee and get that money back. Usually, what they do is they go ahead and they sell off that guarantee, and that can be pretty lucrative for a bank. It will be seamless. You won't know. They'll sell off that guarantee, and then they'll keep a 1% for servicing that loan, so they'll service it. So you will never know. They do keep the remainder. The guarantee is only for 75 to 90%. So that additional 25 to 10%, they will have that part of the loan. The other type of a loan is an SBA 504 loan, and that is where the bank does 50% of it. SBA does 35 to 40% or 30 to 40%, and the individual puts in anywhere from 10 to 20%. The 504 loan is only for fixed assets, and the 7A loan can be used for really almost anything, almost any business use. Businesses or banks don't think as much. If you walk in and say, I want to get a 7A loan, I want to get an SBA loan, they are going to think there's something wrong with this deal. And mainly because usually banks use SBA when there's something wrong with it. There isn't enough collateral, they don't have enough down payment, blah, blah, blah. It's a brand new business, they don't know how they're going to do. So anyway, usually if you're going into a bank, you want to say, hey, I just want a business loan. And if they decide, even if it's a bank that specializes in SBA, just go in and say, I want a business loan. And then they will tell you whether you need an SBA loan or not. Local SBA personnel are great people. I know many of them, they're good people, they work hard, but they don't do lending anymore. So if you have specific lending questions, those loans aren't done at the local level anymore. They're done at these processing centers. There's a couple in California. There's one in Tennessee. There's several over the United States. But anyway, since the local guys don't really do loans anymore, all they're doing is selling SBA services to banks, and that's mainly what they do. Now, they've had training usually, so they do know a lot of stuff. But actually, if you're gonna have SBA questions and you want to get, obviously the absolute best answer you can, what I would do is I would look at several sources. Number one, I would go ahead and talk to the personnel at the local office, because sometimes they're very knowledgeable. I would talk to them. Number two is I would send an email to the processing center, or maybe more than one processing center. A lot of the processing centers, and you could probably get these emails from the personnel at the local SBA office. They will usually have an email that will be dedicated to questions. I know one of them is a 7A question email, and then they've got a 504 one. So, and they've got several. So that would be another way to go. And then the third way would be to talk to banks, talk to CDCs, certified development companies. Those are the ones that you have to go through if you want a 504 loan, or talk to actually companies. and talk to them about an SBA loan or questions you have about the SBA. And a lot of times, utilizing these three different sources, you're going to come out with the best answers. I know once in my career, there was 3 local people in 3 different cities that I knew the people, and I asked them all the same question, and I came up with literally 3 different answers. So I'm a little reluctant. I like, the more people I talk to, or the more answers to questions I get, I feel better about it. This is a short video. I'm sorry. That's kind of the end of the video. Anyway, please subscribe and turn on your notification if you want to see future videos. And also, if you got any value out of this, if you would hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.